Okay, we got the battery recharged, and I've been busy doing a few things. Here's the Jagdtiger next to my Porsche Turret King Tiger. This is the IMEX Tijen Porsche Turret, and it's the King Tiger's definitely smaller. I haven't actually measured it, but I think it's not only shorter. I think the King Tiger is also a little bit narrower. But anyway, I checked out how to open this thing. I felt kind of foolish when I couldn't get it to open. It's actually pretty ingenious. Now, here's this part I'm not too crazy about, but it's okay. This is the machine gun. It's just one piece of molded plastic, okay, and it just plugs in. Okay, it does make it a lot easier to open the hatch, though. But here's the part that's kind of cool. In order to open the tank, you simply put your fingers on the box itself and pull them towards you like that. Now it's open, and it'll open up for us. As with all tanks, you want to be very careful when you open it. This one slides in at the front just like the Jagdpanther with the metal lower does. And it's got enough cable to set it down on the floor next to it without stretching overly. I want to get you guys a decent view. Hold on just one second. Okay, it's pretty much the standard insides. I don't know how well this will show up in this light, but I think that this upper hull has enough room to do the Sturmtiger elevation and traverse unit. I'm going to check it out. I've looked at that too while the battery was charging. But anyway, I put an Onyx 3000 milliamp in there. It's got the 4-shaft black steel gearboxes with the bearings everywhere. It's got actually these ones have the older style end plate. The newer gearboxes have like a board resistor or capacitor instead of the wafer type. Everything else is pretty much standard. I'm not sure if that's a V2 smoke unit. It's kind of mild, but it's okay because with this narrow a pipe, you don't want a ton of smoke. So there's the insides to the Jagdtiger, and now this is the elevation unit from the Sturmtiger, and this is pretty neat the way this works. When it sits in there, it's in two pieces, okay? This piece turns around, this unit turns around and moves the shaft, so this whole unit will move back and forth. That's your traverse. It goes back and forth, and that runs on the rotation channel that would have been your turret rotation, so it'll go probably positive and negative, and you'll be able to go back and forth at will. Elevation is still a complete cycle. You got to cycle all the way through up and down, but on something like an IBU or a Clark board or an ASP, that wouldn't be the case. You'd just wire it directly, and you'd be able to go back and forth for up and down with stick movement. So the airsoft unit actually sits in sideways. It sits in with this side up, and that's the feed from the hopper for the airsoft BBs. And then the two units, they slide together. And I'm not sure exactly where it sits on the Sturmtiger, because that'll make a difference. I'm probably towards the center. And then when the elevation motor turns on and and the wheel turns, it'll kind of like on a locomotive, on an old steam locomotive. That's the way it'll work as that goes around. I think the Panther G, the IMEX Panther G, is set up like that too. And the pivot points are here. So when the wheel moves in and out, it'll traverse back and forth. Obviously the whole unit won't move, just that shaft moves in and out when this gear turns. So that'll give you traverse, and this will give you up and down. And I'm going to have to take a look at this and see how the pivots would have to be mounted, because it seems like they'd have to be able to flex too. I'm really fascinated by this unit, and I want to say thank you very much to Eric. He went to a lot of trouble to get these ordered because I kept bugging him about them, and he came through like a champ, and I'm very appreciative of that. I'm just wondering if in the back of his mind he was thinking to himself, ha ha ha, now I'll get him to buy a Sturm Tiger too so he can see how it all works. But that's okay, buddy. I like that tank too, and I've been thinking about it. I might have to just buy one. See if they got a plastic one. But that's what we're going to try and put in the Jagdtiger. I'm not sure about the Jagdpanther. I'm not sure if it's got enough room for this unit. It does kind of take up a lot of space, but we'll have to see. So there's the inside of the Jagdtiger and the new Elevation Traverse unit. And I'm going to take it outside, and that'll be the next video, is the Jagdtiger running. I'm just going to go check the trail and maybe rake it a little bit, and then we'll see you next time.